Hi there, Libra. How are you guys doing? I really hope that this video finds you well. Welcome to your weekly reading. Back with me again, Anisa from the Inner Stereo. For those of you who are new to my channel, hello. And for those of you who have been a long time, welcome back. So this is going to be a relationship spread, yes. And don't forget to check your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign. Me personally, I realize that with my readings, I resonate a lot more with my Venus sign rather than my sun sign or my moon sign or my rising sign. I don't know why. So you might want to check that one out too. And this is a general reading, so this may or may not resonate. And because this is a general reading, so the roles actually might get reversed too. And we're going to be doing things a little bit differently this time because we're going to be doing like a pick a card reading for advice by the end of the session. So Libra, you have a very, very interesting energy in here. You have the King of Cups, you have the Ten of Pentacles, and you also have the Justice card there. So you might be dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, another Libra yourself. You might be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. Or you might be dealing with a Scorpio. Scorpio is very heavy in here. Pisces, Scorpio heavy, Aquarius, a fire sign, and Jupiter, Pisces too. Pisces or Sagittarius. But from what I can tell in here, you guys are very fixated, or you are very sure about what is it that you want in a relationship. And what is that is a Ten of Pentacles. So not only do you want like a collective happiness, a relationship that is happy for both of you, you also want something that is tangible and practical. You know, you don't want that. You're no longer in love with the idea of being in love. You don't want that empty promises. You don't want a relationship that is so passionate, but also at the same time, it has no future. You don't want that. You have the Ten of Pentacles, so that's something that you want. And you do know that in order for you to achieve that, in whatever situations that you guys are in, you need to balance out between your heart and also your head and also your heart. King of Cups is somebody who is very, very emotionally stable with themselves. They know that they can dive deep into the deepest depth of the oceans, the deepest depth of emotions without hurting themselves. And you are kind of like the type of person who would want to test the water first before you jump in on it. And I think with that Justice card in there as your overall energy, you kind of like are protected with your Libran qualities in here. However, what is the problem in here is that the overall challenge of the relationship is you have a Tower and you also have a Page of Swords. So overall challenge is different than overall energy and also past and present, where I could really tell who's doing what to who. Overall challenge, it could be you or it could be them. There's a problem, all right? But the Tower card here, it means that there's something that is bottled up. Something like a shock or an informations or a communications or whatever it is, it creates an uneasiness in one person in this relationship. And this person never gets to be able to communicate it fluently in a healthy manner. So it's like a bottle up emotions. And you know, right? Like every time we kind of like bottle up our emotions, we grow resentful. We cannot act normal anymore. There's like a lot of passive aggressive. There's like a lot of pettiness. There's a lot of that. So one person in this relationship is doing that, the Tower. And then the second one is that you also have a Page of Swords. So again, there's like a lot of mind games. There's like a lot of mental manipulations. Page of Swords is very cut and dry with their words. Page of Swords, it's not that they think that they're holier than thou. It's like they think that they're smarter than thou. Like, I know the truth already. But I'm not going to tell you, you know, and if you tell me something that is wrong, then I'm going to cut you out with my swords. Page of Swords also sometimes indicates like a stalking behavior. So you might have like a stalker who figure out information that they don't like about you behind your back, and they haven't communicated to you in front of your face. So let's talk now. Libra. So in the past, there was like, things never really came to full circle in the past. We're going to do the two people scenarios because I do feel that like the majority of you are dealing with two people, because this relationship is very, very high in contrast. It's either you could be feeling one feeling this moment and then another one. In another moment, it could be that you guys are dealing with a mutable sign, Virgo, Pisces, Sagittarius, or it could be that you guys are dealing with two people. We're going to get to the two people scenarios later on. If you guys are dealing with one person, things never really come to full circle. I don't think that whatever happens in the past, you kind of like learn the lesson of it. It never came to a full conclusion. You guys never met in the middle to really says that this is what we need to do in order for us to move forward. Because even if you have had reached that conclusion, one person is still feeling very, very resentful. Because again, there's like an emotional bottling up of emotions there. This person did something that was out of impulse, 7 of Wands. They feel that changes are needed in this relationship because it was a passionate one in the beginning. It was like a 6 of Wands, but they feel the need to kind of like rebuild it again. With the 7 of Wands in here is a bit different than a traditional Rider-Waite Tarot. So you can see, it's like, I'm going to destroy what we had in the past, like that full force, passionate, full-blown relationship that feels good for our self-esteem, that was so passionate and everything. I'm gonna put that to rest, and I'm gonna try to rebuild it. And you don't understand why they're doing this because you have a Hangman in reverse. You can't get to what the hell is going on with you. But one of the reasons why they're doing this is because, and then you're starting to feel that this person is kind of like letting you go. Like they're like the 10 of Wands. So in the past, they were carrying the heavy burden of the relationship, and they decided to kind of like whoosh, not think about it, not gonna do it, something like that. But without you realizing, though, with them being that way, you actually got your star card. You actually got to have a time to focus a lot on yourself, to focus a lot about what is it my true purpose in this world? What is it the thing that makes me happy? So you doing things that makes you happier the most, you get to do that. You finally get to realize that, if that makes sense. So I'm going to okay. So right now, whoever it is that you're dealing with is focusing a lot on their money, their financial independence. They are embodying the energy of a Venus, Empress. Empress is receiving. It doesn't really chase after, it receives. It's the aura that we give off to other people so that we attract what we like. So they're trying to attract you. They're probably doing a law of attraction, or they're trying to manifest something out of you, and they're also trying to manifest their financial independence in here. They're a bit intimidated by you, Libra. They have the 9 of Wands in here. They want to either approach you or keep in touch with you, or they want to be vulnerable with you. But for some reasons, they're like the 9 of Wands. So they're a little bit afraid of doing that. Again, they kind of see you guys shining, and they're intimidated by that. You shining was also one of the major factor of why they behaved the way that they behaved in the past, because they were kind of like wondering, like, why am I the only person who deals with this heavy energy and Libra is not? They don't know what you guys are going through too. So that's that. So they're very, very intimidated by you. However, the universe or God works in a very funny way, in a way that you are going to create an opportunity. So it's either you guys are going to walk into a grocery stores, or you guys have a business together, or you need something for, you guys have something to do together, and then they're then going to be communicating with you. You are going to create that opportunity. It's in your head. Even if you guys are meeting in the grocery stores, they're going to be the one who opens the communication, but you are going to be the one who creates that opportunity. All right. But however, things are a bit weird between the both of you, because you have the King of Wands in here, and King of Wands is like somebody who is known to, Wands is ego. Wands is pride. Wands is what we want. It has a very, very passionate feels attached to it. So it's a bit weird with them, because it's like your pride and their pride is hindering both of you to be vulnerable to each other. It's like your pride and your heart really wants to like cuddle, mingle, have passionate sex and everything like that. But then your pride is just like, nope, not doing it. So this person is going to be then like the Seven of Pentacles, but because they believe that they have already invested a lot in you and now it's time for them to wait for their investment. So if you're expecting this person to chase after you, to come after you, to come begging at you and everything like that, I don't think it's going to happen because they feel that they already done so much. And so adjust your expectations, because if you expect that, you're going to get the Five of Pentacles. So let's see what happens in the future. So those were the things that's happening in now. So now means that from 17 or whenever you're watching this video until 7 days to come. Then they have the Nine of Swords, Six of Swords. You know what? I feel that they are so afraid, like they're really scared, they're intimidated by you. See? At the bottom of your deck, you have a Three of Swords. So, yeah, I mean, this person is like, they're not really fluent in communicating or expressing how they feel, what they want, the questions that they have inside of their head and heart, Libra, that they're just going to be bundling it up, you know? They're just going to be bundling in. And so many assumptions, so many trust issues. You probably ghosted them, or I don't know. Like, it's just like they feel that they're in a dark in this relationship with you and them. And it gets more intensified when the night time comes, especially when they're alone and they stalk you. I don't think you will hear from them, but you will get a hint about it. So it's either you're starting to notice that, I don't know, maybe from their friends or how they look, from their social media posts or whatever, you know that this person is stressed out and this person is mourning over you so much. But again, this person isn't the person who is going to open up just like that. It's difficult for them to do that. And for those of you who are over the situations, you might be flirting or talking to like a lot of people too in the future. Maybe with a Cancer or Pisces or a Capricorn. That's going to be your new person. But that's that. All right. So that is it if you guys are dealing with one person. Let's move on to the two people scenarios. So okay, so person A is somebody. Actually, let's start from person B. Person B is just somebody who had decided to stop thinking about you, to stop putting their effort and energy on you. They feel that it's very, very heavy. And when they kind of like release that energy, you also got the Star card. So you get to fulfill, or you get to find what your life purpose is, right? So in the now, this person is just waiting around. They're like the Seven of Pentacles. They kind of like believe that they've done enough and it's time for them to wait for their return of investment. Like I don't know, like for some reason, they just believe that the ball is in your court and you have a Five of Pentacles. I feel like you guys are expecting them to do something to you. I don't think they're going to do it because they feel, this is what they feel, this is what they think. They think that they've already done enough and it's now your turn. or they've already invested enough and now it's like time for them to reap the rewards or something like that. So what happens in the future is that this person is then going to be steadily walking away from this relationship. They're trying to move on from you. And then you're going to be hearing from at least 2 or 3 new admirers. So you're going to be talking to either 2 or 3 people. So that's your relationship with person B. Person A is somebody who, I don't know, like for some reason with this person, you don't have that much of a patience. Like this person, for some reason, has decided to just change their life up, or they're trying to change the dynamic of the relationship or somewhat, and you don't want to wait around. And this person is going to start communicating with passion about you. And the thing is that this person feels that you guys are a little bit hot and cold. So one day you guys are awesome, and then the other day, you know, you guys are very, very chatty, talkative. You had a great day together, and then like the other day you guys are like the 7 of Pentacles. Like for some reason with this person you're a bit passive. So in the future, you're kind of like optimistic about this relationship though, until, let me clarify. Until you feel the need to be alone, until full moon, until the full moon comes around. I feel that you guys are just either going to be focusing a lot on your work, or you're going to have like another suitors that you're going to be interested in. It's going to get intensified in the full moon, and then this person is so into you. Like really though, they're trying to impress you so much, but you're just not that interested. You're optimistic, but you're just not interested. You know what I mean? And in the future, this person is going to be like Nine of Swords, so they're going to be sad because you changed, right? So that is it if you guys are dealing with 2 people. So now let's go on to our pick card reading. I've already pre-selected just 4 cards. I haven't actually looked at them. All right, let's go. This is card number 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, I'm going to give you 15 seconds of silence so that you could pick your card. So, for those of you who chose card number 1, you have a win-win outcome as forecast, full moon in Libra. So, you have so much full moon cards here though. You have full moon in Pisces, and you also have full moon in Libra. But anyway, during the full moon, the next full moon cycle, I think both of you are going to come out with the win-win situations. You can actually predict how things are going to go from the now. If things are going to go good or things are going to go bad, because it started way back from the new moon. You know what I mean? The things that you start in the new moon, you end up reaping its reward on the full moon. So if the new moon, or if now you're feeling that this relationship is going to go to waste, it's falling away, blah 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 blah, and everything like that, it's going to reach its full peak during the full moon. And then best believe that even if you guys have to move on from this person, it's going to be a win-win situations for both of you, because this person is dragging you down, and the relationship between you and them is not really healthy for them either. So you guys are going to win, and them also going to win. However, if you've been feeling that, well, maybe I'm starting to see the light in this relationship and I feel like things are going to go better, it means that during the full moon, it's going to reach its peak potential, where you guys, and I feel that it has to start from you though, you create that opportunity again with the Wheel of Fortune. You kind of like, I mean, you guys are Libra, you guys are good at doing this, you know, kind of like open up the conversation so that they could be more vulnerable to express themselves. You know, when you listen to what they're saying, you listen, not just hear, you listen to what they're saying, and then you talk about what you want, what you need, and what are your inputs and everything like that. I feel that you guys both could reach a resolution. So kind of like depending on how you feel when you're watching this video or how you feel when the new moon comes. Okay? So that is it if you guys are dealing with, if you chose card number 1. So now let's move on to, for those of you who chose card number 2, you have prosperity lies ahead, new moon in Taurus. So when this card comes around, it means that you shouldn't be focusing on love and relationship right now. You should focus on your money, because the stars are aligned for you to be making like this financial abundance. So what is advised for you to do is to make that 12-month financial plan, vision board of what is it that you want to do, whether you want to change careers, whether you are looking to excel your careers, whether you want to start a new business or whatever that is. Like, try to look for new ways of earning more income or passive income or diversifying your income, whatever that is, because like the universe is really wanting you to focus a lot on your financial sectors rather than love and relationship. However, for the love and relationship sectors, it means that because it's a new moon, so it means that there's going to be an opportunity presented to you, or you're going to be meeting somebody who is going to seduce you or lure you into a very, very hedonistic type of sex. Because like Taurus, Capricorn, like people with that type of placement, they like sex that are very sensual, that's very earthy, you know what I mean, that lasts long, that pleases all the 5 senses. It feels good in the eyes, it smells nice to the nose, it tastes good on the mouth, it feels good on the hand, you know, and everything like that. So there's going to be a lot of chances for you to explore your sensuality or your sexuality, but it's in a very, very earthy manners. All right. So that is it for those of you who chose card number 2. How about for those of you who chose card number 3? You have balance, spirituality, and practicality. You have full moon in Pisces. So there's 2 interpretations of that. The first one is that for those of you who had just begun your spiritual or religious journey, when we are excited with new things, when we're interested in new things, we became so focused on that we forgot other things that matters, you know. So it really does cause that if that resonates with you, don't just focus on that, because you do need money, you do need, you know, bread or rice in your kitchen and everything like that. Try to balance it out with your practicality. Try to be practical about it as well. So that's that. But however, if this is a love and relationship situations, it also tells me that you've been way too Jupiterian or Neptunian in how you view your relationship. It's all fantasy. It's all imagination. I just met you, but I'm already assuming a good thing about you, and I'm already planning or visualizing inside of my head about what the future is going to look like with you, something like that. You know, it's dangerous for us to do that, right? So try to slow it down a little bit and become more practical. I don't know, because I do feel like Libra are actually very, very practical signs. I don't know, is it because, you know, my Libra best friends all have Capricorn and Virgo placement? This is going to get cut off because it's like probably in 2 minutes or 1 minute, I don't know. But it's time to kind of like slow it down a little bit with that imaginations, with that Jupiterian, let go with the flow. I'm going to be optimistic and try to be a little bit Saturnian, you know, practical, or Mercury, even better. Try to be more practical, right? Okay. All right. So now for those of you who chose card number 4, you have take the time to breathe out. You have disseminating moon. So this moon cycle comes right after full moon. So when things are already full, things are already peaking, then it starts to go smaller and smaller. So the situations that you're in has already peaked, whether it's be for the good or for the bad, right? So if you're worried that things are going to get worse, it won't, because it's already peaked. Now you're left of what's left of it. You know, you are where you are today, and it's okay. You are in where you are today in your relationship, and it's okay. And it's time for you to kind of like take a breather for a little bit and learn from that experiences. If it was a good experience, so what can I do to improve the situations? It was such a good peaking relationship. What can I do to, you know, make it even better? But if it was a bad one, depending on what is it that you want, but usually with this card, it means that the chapter has closed. Like, you need to let go. You need to take time to breathe out for you to open a new chapter with somebody new. But if you insist, you still want to forge ahead, it means that you kind of like need to sit down with yourself and ask yourself, like, what is it that I learned from the experiences? What is it that I can do to improve this relationship? But again, if you want to improve yourself, your partner also has to improve themselves. A relationship is two people in a relationship together. It takes two to tango. If you're the only person who wants to forge ahead and the other party is like chilling and they're like, no, I think, our relationship is good. I don't understand where you're coming from, Libra, and everything like that. Really? Do you really want to stay? Because like for real, this card actually wants you to move away if it's like a bad situation because it's already peaked. You already can come to a conclusion by yourself. Libras are very smart. I have actually a lot of my best friends are Libras, but they also have like a lot of earth placements in them, but they're very, very smart. They're very, very cerebral. Libras are air signs. You can actually make that conclusion with yourself. There's just this stubbornness of you that you're clinging on to something and it has to be let go so that you can open like a new chapter. All right. So I think that is it for my reading for you guys. I really hope that you enjoy it. And I'll see you guys next week for another weekly reading. All right. Bye guys. Have a great day. I love you.